Well, it's sort of, you have to, I think they set a target or something.
And the targets they're set ensure that pupils at Eleanor Palmer Primary School in North London achieve above average results in maths. Over 4 programmes, we're looking at how they teach mathematics across Key Stage 2.
My favourite document of the last 10 years is the numeracy strategy, and I really regret its passing, and I'm getting to know the new maths strategy, and I'm sure I will come to love it. But that, more than any other document, has been fantastic, and with all my years' experience, it's the one thing I think that still lives in my office at home from the whole national curriculum. It's user-friendly, it's clear, and the sections 5 and 6 can be your lesson starter plan. So I think that's a terrific document, and I would expect all my teachers to treasure it in the same way that I do.
What would my first jump be? Ava?
You could jump to 200, if you wanted to jump to just 240.
This is Year 6 with their teacher Louise Wykes.
240.
The lesson is about different ways of doing subtraction.
Jump 300?
Jump 300. Whoop!
60.
Plus 60. I'm going to jump to 300. And then I'm going to go, whoop! What am I going to jump to next? What am I going to jump to next? Ella?
400.
Okay, I'm going to add 100 on. We're going to get to 400. Stefan?
10.
10 more? Makes it?
110.
410. And no prizes for guessing that we jump at the end, Shannon? 2. Good lad. It can be quite difficult when you get into Year 6 with subtraction because they've learnt different methods in different years, and the children, again, are at so many different levels. So it's a case really of showing them the different ways and then them choosing the one they're most comfortable with. Now, where am I going to go next, Martha?
To 400.
Louise then works through the same adding on method laid out in columns.
400. So I'm going to add on 100 there. And then where am I going to go? Where am I going to go? Daisy?
10.
10 more, which is going to take me to 410. All right. Okay, 10 more. And then, of course, I'm going to go to 412. I'm going to add 2 more. I add them up, and what do I get?
75.
75. Okay, on your whiteboards, I want you to have a go at doing this method here. 659 subtract 438. Off you go, guys.
The class then work on a subtraction sum, using whichever method they prefer.
So what would you add on to get to 300?
2 and 9 is 11. Oh yeah, I got 2 there, I forgot. Then I did 600, 650, which is 222. And then I took away 1 because it's 59.
A teaching assistant works with selected pupils.
And you got a grand total of
221.
well done, Marnie, that's excellent.
This is a subtraction method involving negative numbers. 2 subtract 7, what do you get? -5. So here, I'm going to go -5. All right?
This is a rather novel method of subtraction.
10, take away 30. Martha?
-20.
-20. Oh, so we get there, and we have -20. Now, what am I going to do next? If I've done that already, what's your common sense tell you that I'm going to do next? Ava?
400 take away 200.
What's that ending up with? 400 take away 200? 200, we know that. And then what I say to myself is I say, 200 subtract 20 subtract 5. What do I end up with, Dennis?
175.
175. Right, like this, if you know where we're at with that. Who likes that method? Yeah, I like it. Right, this one, I want you to do on your own. Right, is there anyone who needs a hand? Right, Ella. Right, you two come round. Take away 9.
I'm going to do 1,000 take away 1,000 take away 6,000, which is -5,000.
Take away 80. So, someone start me off. What do I do? Add.
You subtract 3 from 7.
Is it I do 3 from 7 or 7 from 3?
7 from 3 and you get -4.
-4. Next.
You subtract 80 from 1. So
Is it 80 from 1 or 80 from 10?
It's 80 from 10 to get 70. minus 70.
Good lads. I'm being ever so picky, aren't I? Minus 70. Then I say 0, take away what, Tad?
900.
Oh, which it makes me
Minus 900.
minus 900. After that, Tad, I'm still coming to you.
6,000 minus 1,000.
Oh,
Subtract.
Flip it. I say 1,000 minus...
1,000 minus 6,000.
And I end up with?
Minus 5,000.
Tad, do you like this method?
Kind of.
Kind of.
It's hard.
I'm going to stop harassing Tad and go to somebody else. Ava, what do I say then?
Then you say 2,000 take away 0.
Good. Why is that a good mistake? She's made a good mistake. Why is it a good mistake? She said 1,000. What do you think?
It's actually 20,000.
It's actually 20,000, isn't it? You've got the thousands in there, but that's, you know, it's so easy to do, isn't it? So then we end up with 20,000, take away nothing, and we end up with 20,000.
Then you need to do...
The final step is to combine all the negative subtotals.
5,000.
Okay, and you end up with?
50,000.
15,000. Well done. 15,000. You then take away your 900, which ends up with, Jack?
15.
Yeah, 15,000, take away 900.
14,100.
Take away 70.
14,030.
Take away 4.
14,026.
14,026. Did anyone else get that? Well done, guys. Now, Martha, Jack, Tavishi and Owen, you have got some problem solving over there. You are completely on your own. Off you go.
Louise then lets her higher ability pupils break away to work on their own.
The most able children, they really don't need to be there. That's why I sent them off earlier, because what they need to be doing really is problem solving. Because one of the great things about being in year 6 is that as you continue to teach maths, it gets so much more exciting with all the problem solving that they can then do.
Just pretend F is 1.
While the higher ability pupils get on with subtraction problems, the teacher works with the rest of the class to remind them about the traditional method of subtraction.
I'll pop my 10 there. What do I do? What do I say next?
10 take away 3 is 7.
Okay. You're going over there. Cecily, you're going to work with...
Then the rest of the class go off to tackle their subtraction worksheet.
It'd be lovely if we could have more than one for that one, and there's 2 solutions for that.
Louise checks how the higher ability group are getting on.
Okay.
The teaching assistant helps out with the lower ability.
Yeah, that's right, well done.
Class teacher Louise also spends some time with a group who need a bit more help with the topic.
I'd like us to actually count back. So 3,000, you say 2,900, then you say 2,800. Good. The main focus with Year 6 is continuing to just enjoy and teach maths. And again, with the children who are really secure with all those standard methods, to explore problem solving, to start to really get into and explore algebra, you know, to test ourselves, to shock and surprise ourselves, and to really go for that. And then for the children who, you know, aren't extremely comfortable with that, just to make sure that they leave primary school with a strong sense of self when it comes to maths, and that they understand themselves as learners, and that they know those standard written maths, they're quite quick mentally, and that they've got confidence and they feel good about that.
What's behind this purposeful and effective classroom teaching and learning?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to give the impression that it's all just, you know, enthusiasms, ideas and going off the path. I mean, if I just list what we do in a more sort of obvious assessment sense, we do the optional SATs, and I think they're important and they're good, and they're all recorded on a sort of online progress toolkit that we use that's excellent. And on top of that, once a year, we sample specifically the ability to use and apply.
This is Year 6 again, and the head has set the class some number problems to solve using their calculators.
You can't divide by 100,000. So let's divide. Should we divide by 7?
Then she and the class teacher observe how each child is working.
7.
You've really got to get... I think your first job is to get rid of that 1.
You could add 7 million, so it becomes an 8.
You could add 7, but that would give you an 8. Just try that one. 2 times 2.
times 2 times 2, add 2. What'd you get?
So you divided that by itself?
Yeah.
To get that special one? Yeah. Fantastic. Excellent. And
What are they looking for?
Really, just about noticing what operations the children are doing. Is it more that they're still going for trial and error, which is fantastic in itself because you can pick up patterns there, or are they seeing certain properties of numbers and certain calculations which would work for them? Is that coming to them more naturally? It's just gold, really, being able to go around and watch them. So, yeah, good stuff.
I'm looking for strategies. I mean, not better or worse. These boys initially have been very methodical and started at 0. So I'm trying to encourage them to sort of dive around more and not be held back like that. So looking to see if they see patterns. So for example, Stefan, what happens now if you change that first, if you take away the last 2 instead of add the last 2? So I'm trying to get them to see if they see starting points and go on. Looking at how they collaborate and talk and if they use that as a decent way in. How they cope with mistakes. Do they ask for help? Do they use the adults? What, love?
2
plus 2 times 2. Look, that's much better, you see. Now you're jumping around a bit. Come on, you can do it.
Okay.
You've done it. They work really well. I did not get to that.
After the sampling session, the head, class teacher and teaching assistant discuss each pupil's progress.
A real sense of confidence as well, especially from Natalie.
Yeah, really growing confidence.
Yeah, she is.
Really growing confidence. If she's here, Natalie, let's have a look and see what we
And she would have really emphasised the whole thing of it being a collective thing. She maybe would have depended more on her partner.
Yeah, it wouldn't have mattered who
What
she
was
worked
her comment?
with.
Did she say anything? It was easier than I thought.
You see, she never.
And this time last year, it was very hard and enjoyable with Stella. We wrote, Natalie found this quite challenging but worked hard. She and her partner were supported by a teacher. She benefited from adult guidance through reasoning. She's really getting much better. She's much more independent.
So
So
that adult guidance is so often about confidence.
I mean, cross-referencing what we've seen today, using and applying with kind of levelling, even in the last half term, some of them have moved up, I'd say.
Yeah.
Natalie is
Absolutely. Natalie's really safe.
Natalie is absolutely. I mean, this lot are home and dry. She's absolutely secure. I think this lot are fine. I think this is the focus for the next half term.
That was them.
Brilliant, you see. So once that's why I like, you know.
What's the secret of their success at Eleanor Palmer School?
There's quite a culture of sharing ideas, and you're not sort of competitive with each other.
And also it's great, especially in year 3, I sort of feel that I can pick up things from year 6 and year 5 that I can adapt and change, and it's not just static in each year group.
There's certain overarching themes, isn't there? The importance of games, the importance of fun, the importance of number sense, the importance of over-learning things, so that the children are really confident with numbers so they can manipulate number. I think we've all got that idea.
Yeah.
And hopefully we pass on our enthusiasm for maths to the children as well, through the way that we teach, through the way that we play games, we make it fun, we encourage them to talk and to be involved with us.
Yeah, people do talk about it, don't they, and share their ideas, but it's kind of, you do need somebody leading on it and with an idea of where to start with all those things. But the bottom line, is it not, is that they leave here with those basic methods secure.
Yeah.
And I think they do.